Coming up on QUTV News this week, there are new additions to Res Life. We have the story on how they plan to prepare themselves.
And a group held a pancake breakfast at a local restaurant. Find out how they will be using the money raised.
There were some close games this weekend. We have all the details on Hawk Athletics. Hello and welcome to QUTV News this week. I'm Abigail Moore.
And I'm Quincy Feeney.
QU released the list of new dorm leaders for next school year. I found out what goes into the hiring process and what the new RAs can expect. Quincy University hired several new RAs for the next school year. RA means resident assistant. They interviewed many people to find who was right for the job.
During the RA interview, I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little nervous going at first. I was like, I don't know what to expect. So many people told me different things. So what I thought of and the best advice that I was given by an RD, EJ, was to just be yourself. And that's what I was. I was myself, and I felt like that was just the best way to go into the interview.
Many RAs already have experience from previous years.
It's intense at sometimes. As an RA, you have to have on the RA hat at all times. You have to always remember you are an RA and you are an example for this school. You are a leader at this school and you work for this school. Even outside of this campus, you have to walk around knowing that, in Quincy you're going to run into people that go to QU or sponsor QU or whatever, and you have to be that good example pretty much all the time.
The new RAs will be assigned to one of 7 residence halls, and they will be responsible for creating events and being leaders on campus. Performing room checks is something that the new RAs are going to have to do this upcoming semester, and I'm here with the new RD, Mary Argana. She's going to show me around the room and show me how to do a room check. Mary, what's the first thing that we do in a room check?
So once you initially introduce yourself, come into the room, you check for trash. So right now, this person would probably be written up because there's stuff that could be spoiled in there, and that would cause problems with bugs or just smells, so we want to get rid of that beforehand. So
absolutely.
We would take it out and then charge them initially.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. What is the next step?
Then we'd probably head into the individual's room. And yes, I'll say we have 3 rooms, so we check all 3 rooms before the room is officially checked out and good.
They were placed in residence halls where they would thrive. Abigail Moore, QUTV News, Quincy. The new RAs will start training for their new positions a week before school begins in the fall. Housing selection begins Thursday, March 21st. You need to fill out the housing agreement before you can participate. The event will be in the SSC, and you must be at the lottery to pick your space. The lower the number, the better chance you have at getting the housing of your choice. Check your emails for more information or contact Andrea Gruger. You have the chance to nominate a QU community member for an award. The nomination period runs until March 12th. The Student Achievement Awards show is on April 30th. The event is invite only. Some categories include Advisor of the Year, President of the Year, and Tutor of the Year. For more information, you can contact Johann St. John.
The Communication Department Honor Society inducted new members Sunday. The group welcomed 4 people. The members must maintain a certain GPA overall and in comm courses. They also have to complete a specific amount of credit hours. The members were sworn in by officers and given the Lambda Pi Eta pin and certificate. The Kappa Lambda Rho chapter has been at QU for almost 2 decades. It has 9 current members. Seniors will wear their honors cords at graduation. One of QU's master programs was nationally recognized. It is one of the most affordable in the country. The Clinical Mental Health Counseling Program was recognized by humanservicesedu.org. The award was based on affordability and high quality. Tuition for the program is well below the cost of comparable programs. Students from the QU Music Department will be heading to Germany this May. They are fundraising to help lower their price.
Many music students are traveling to Germany for the first time, while others are traveling outside of the country for the first time.
I've never been outside of the country, let alone performed outside of the country, so it's definitely going to be an interesting and wonderful opportunity.
The students will get to travel all throughout Germany and perform at different locations. The department held a pancake breakfast fundraiser at Applebee's last Saturday to help lower the price for the trip.
We've been working really hard with a bunch of different fundraisers, and this is, I think, our 3rd or 4th one, but we've gotten the price lowered a lot, but we're still working to get that to an affordable level for college students.
Tickets were $5 with $1 going to Applebee's and the rest going towards the students.
If your organization wants to host a short stacks for a tall cause event, all you have to do is contact an Applebee's manager to schedule your Saturday. Now, this Applebee's manager did say that they book pretty much every Saturday.
Many of the students are paying for the trip out of pocket.
I have always been the type of person to work for what I have. My parents definitely raised me in that way. And in fact, this trip, they're not helping.
Students are fundraising on their own in addition to what the department is doing.
I had luck last year when I was doing a fundraiser with GoFundMe, so I'm kind of doing that. I was going to write a few letters to family members, friends, or maybe community members that want to see young people go travel.
Argana speaks for many when she says she is excited.
I'm very excited. I know there's a lot of castles to see and food to try.
For PIG, the fundraising makes the trip even better.
It kind of makes it even more special whenever you work for what you earn.
The music department is accepting donations for the trip and appreciates the support.
The trip will be 10 days long, starting on May 15th, and the group will begin in Frankfurt.
Service learning reflections are coming up. If you have completed any hours, you need to attend one session each year. The sessions will be on the following Mondays in April at 3:30 or 9. April 8th, April 15th, and April 29th. The meetings are held in Francis Hall, room 208.
Hawk Wild is just around the corner, and you get a say in the theme of the week. Voting ends tomorrow at midnight. The choices are Welcome to the Jungle, Pirates of QU, Willy Wonka and the QU Factory, The Superheroes Have Arrived, The Big Picture, and War of the Worlds. Last year's theme was Disney characters. Teams must consist of 4 females and 4 males. And Quincy University is celebrating Women's Her Story Month. The Office of Student Development and Rosie's Resistance would like to honor women that make an impact in your life. This can be a parent, a friend, a coach, or even a public figure. Submit your story and photo to Johann St. John. The gallery will be in the SSC and the Student Center. And the Mr. GQ event is right around the corner.
And we have an expert in studio today to share a talent and talk about the event.
Our whole lives are focused around figuring out what we want to do. Here at Quincy University, we can help you find what you want to do. Just take a break and do what you love.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
Joining us now from AOPI is Brittany Bentley. She's here to talk about their next big event, and it's the Mr. GQ event. It's going to be on March 29th. So Brittany, can you tell us a little bit about the event?
Yeah, so Mr. GQ is a male beauty pageant. It is a time for guys to go out and sort of share their talents, their formal wear, dress up sort of goofy. It's just a really fun, lighthearted event. It's pretty hysterical sometimes, but it's a really good fundraiser for AOPI's philanthropy, juvenile arthritis.
Okay, and so is it too late for guys to sign up for it?
Well, technically the date for them to turn in their forms was March 1st. However, if a guy really has interest in doing it, I will absolutely take more applicants because I want this to be the best event it can be. And I want anyone who wants to be able to contribute and help out have that opportunity.
Okay, and so they don't want to be a contestant. How else can they participate?
If someone wants to participate in another way, they can absolutely email me or call me. My name is on, and email is on all of the Mr. GQ flyers hanging around campus. It's a big event, so it's sometimes hard for our chapter to put it on by herself. So if anyone wants to help out in any way, they can reach out to me and I can always give them assignments or tasks to do. We also have a GoFundMe page if they want to donate, or they could just come attend and come support the guys and watch it. It's $3 for students and $5 for the general public.
Okay, and is there anything else that people should know about the event or your sorority?
Well, Mr. GQ has been something that QU has done for, AOPI at QU has done for many years. And I'm really trying to revamp it and bring it back because I think that there isn't a lot of fundraising that go towards our philanthropy juvenile arthritis. And I think it's something people need to have more awareness towards, and we need to be able to fundraise to help find a cure because these kids can't live their day-to-day lives and they struggle just doing everyday activities, and no child should have to go through that.
Right, okay, well thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
One of those talents could be singing, something this boy band apparently does well. The BTS boys have made history again. The South Korean boy band, also known as the Bangtan Boys, just sold out two of the biggest stadiums in Europe, Wembley Stadium in London and Stade France outside of Paris. Tickets went on sale Friday and both venues sold out in record time. Wembley sold out in less than 2 hours. BTS is the first Korean act to play at the world-famous venue and the first Asian act to sell out there. Jessica Abrego will be with us next from the Weather Center.
And she'll let us know our chances of snow tomorrow.
Soccer is a physically demanding sport that often results in a tie. Student life comes with its own demands, and often it feels like the losses outnumber the wins. Sometimes you just need someone to listen. It's comforting to know our Quincy team extends beyond the field.
You have to make it your cue for you to do what you love.
QU Media is starting a mental health awareness on campus campaign this month.
We will be giving you tips on how to cope and highlighting mental health stories.
To stay up to date, use our hashtag #BeAFriendQU.
All of our stories will be on QUmedia.net, and send us an email if you have a story idea on mental health. Find QUTV on Facebook or email us at QUmedia@quincy.edu. Joining us from the Weather Center is Jessica Abrego.
All right, Jessica, was Sunday the last round of snow? Because I'm kind of tired of the cold.
You know, I'm really trying hard to stay optimistic and give you good reports, but unfortunately, I think Mother Nature has something different in store for us. let's head on over to the Weather Center and I can give you a more in-depth look of what we can expect. This week we are going to be having some more snow, more rain, and we're hopefully going to actually be having some warmer temperatures for a couple of days this week. As we start looking at today and previous temperatures, we are sitting at about low 30s right now, but record high has been 76. But the record low has been -7. So I am definitely happy we are not in the -7, and I will take being in the 30s. As we start looking at today, we are sitting at 36. But as we get into this evening, we're actually going to be under a winter weather advisory and potentially getting some freezing rain and more snow. As we get into Thursday, we will be potentially getting about 1 inch of snow. Hopefully no more than that, but we are going to still be seeing some winter weather, unfortunately. As we start looking at the rest of this week, as we get into Friday and Saturday, Friday we will be all the way up in the 40s and we will be having sunshine. And as we get into Saturday, it'll be 50, but we will be having some rain showers this Saturday as well. So be sure you have your umbrella with you. As we look at the temperatures for today, we're going to be going all the way up to 36 this afternoon, but then as we get down into this evening, we'll be getting back into the 20s. So if you're going to be out and about, be sure to have your gloves and your winter jacket on. As we start getting into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we will be having snow showers, but we'll also be having a little bit of rain as well as some sunshine in between those days and all the way up into the 50s. As we start getting into the 7-day forecast, we will be getting all the way from the 50s to 40s, and we will be getting no lower than in the 20s for our low temperatures. So thank goodness we're not going to be getting into the single digits anymore. And if you're going to be out and about, and as we hopefully start seeing a warming trend, if you have any pictures of any spring activities, send them to QUmedia@quincy.edu, and we will definitely put them on our show. I'm ready to see some tractors in the field and spring and crops going in, so
yeah,
I'm ready for that.
liking that 50 degrees. I'm looking forward to that. It better happen. So since you somehow love Peeps, I thought it would be appropriate for us to try the new ones. Last week we did a story on how Peeps are rolling out 4 new flavors. So we're going to try the Party Cakes flavor.
All right, I like this.
You do?
I like this.
And it smells like a bakery, straight out of a bakery. Abby, what do you think?
You know, I wasn't a fan of Peeps before, but I actually kind of like this one. So that's kind of a surprise. Last week I said I didn't like them, but these are kind of good. So I didn't expect that.
I'm so proud.
I know. Just don't hold me to that for every single one of them.
I can't get over the texture on the outside, but if you're curious, they are gluten-free, so if that matters to you.
Absolutely. There were nail biters this past weekend, and you won't want to miss this.
College shouldn't be as hard as understanding fine art. Use the resources here at Quincy University. We're here to help.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
Heartbreaking finish to the men's basketball team, Will.
And even though the team was on top of the scoreboard the entire time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. The men's basketball team, they came into that game with 4 straight losses, and it was a surprise on Thursday. They led 32 of the 40 minutes in Pepsi Arena, but came up short against nationally ranked number 19 Lewis. The Hawks limited the Flyers to 33% from the field in the first half and led against the conference's leading team 29-27 at halftime. You go to the end, 67-67. A drive to the hoop gets fouled, so the Flyers will take free throws to take the lead. They make them both after the foul was called. Right here, one final shot. Hawks pass it up to Briscoe. He goes top of the key. The game winner doesn't go in, and the Hawks fall in that one. Jacoby Womack led QU with 23 points. Aziz Fadika added 18 points. The Hawks ended the 2019 season with another thrilling game at Pepsi Arena. The Hawks fell in a close battle with Indy 86-83. Indy hit a three-pointer late in the fourth quarter, 3:24 left. And from the near side wing, it's good. They go up, but the Hawks fight back multiple times to come within one. But Trevor Lakes of Indy makes another big shot from the near side wing, and they took the lead again, 83-79. Demetrius Houston bringing the Hawks some life. He drives to the hoop, and a left-handed layup is good. Hawks pull within one. They eventually foul, and they send the Greyhounds to the line. They make both shots. QU once again has an opportunity to tie the game. Jacoby Womack doesn't go in from the far side corner, and the game-tying buzzer beater was no good. Jacoby Womack had 26 points on the game, his fourth 20-point game of the season. The Hawks now finish the season 9-19 and 3-15 in GLVC play. Women's basketball took on number 15 ranked Lewis last Thursday. Lewis started the game, and eventually QU lost. 59-point loss for Lewis, who had a 59-point first half and 38 bench points. It allowed the Flyers to relax into a 101-64 win over QU. Women's basketball finished the 2019 season against Indy and fell 60-47. The Hawks trailed 20-16, but Spagnola hit a three-pointer and a layup right here. And QU goes on a little bit of a run. Taylor Hickey then hits a shot at the buzzer to go into halftime with the lead. Hawks come out with a strong run, 6-2 run to start out the second half, but the score gets tied after the Greyhounds pull out the press. Then they make some big shots down the stretch. A 6-0 run capped right there. Now in the midst of a 7-0 run, and they take a 49-40 lead. That would be the difference as they lead for the final 3 minutes of the game. Alexandra Petrovic had 11 and Taylor Hickey had 10 as QU finishes the season 5-22 and 3-15 in GLVC play. Baseball opened GLVC play last weekend in Lebanon, Illinois. On Friday in the first game, Ray Greco hit a 2-run shot to open up things in the top of the first. QU takes a 2-0 lead. Now in the bottom of the third inning, a single down the right field line ties the things up off left-hander Riley Martin, and it's 2-2. In the top of the fourth, bases are loaded for the Hawks. A 3-2 pitch goes wide. Cole Evans walks, and QU takes a 3-2 lead. Right here, the wild pitch by Riley Martin allows the McKendree Bearcats to tie the score here still in the first game, and this one was close. They bring in reliever Carl Hirsch. It's hit deep into right center field, and that would be the difference as McKendree scores. They lead 4-3, and they took the first game right there. But you see in game 2, Cody Birdsong belts one as a big 4-run 7th inning. He trots around the base pass, and QU comes back and salvages the nightcap by splitting the first day of the series. Now then QU played the next day in the third game. Chandler Purcell led the game off with a home run, and the Hawks rode the strong start to a 6-2 victory over McKendree. QU takes on Rockhurst this weekend for their home opener. Softball team went 3-1 this past weekend. On Thursday, QU beat Central Missouri 4-3 for its first win of the year, and then took down Emporia State 7-6 in the second game of the day. QU ended the Springfield Invitational on Friday with a 12-5 win over Nebraska Kearney and nearly swept the weekend, but lost a close extra inning game 7-6 to Central Missouri. QU travels to Clearmount, Florida for its spring break trip and play in its first game against Lake Erie College on Friday.
Well, stick with us for a special guest that we have in studio.
He'll be showing us one of his talents that he's using in the Mr. GQ pageant.
My name's Carl Hirsch. I'm a senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm studying criminal justice here at Quincy University. I was pitching down in Florida, and all of a sudden a coach came up to me. 2 days later, I flew up here for the visit, and by the end of that week, I had my school picked out. I started playing baseball when I was about 3 or 4 years old, kind of the same age everybody usually does. And as we got older, from the age of about 7 or 8, I played with the same exact team for the most part until we were about 15 or 16, and we all went our separate ways to high school. Come May, I'm going to be looking to apply with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. I've gotten a good taste of it here through the internship I have through the university with Quincy Police Department. And it definitely wouldn't be possible and wouldn't be in this good of a situation without Quincy University.
College shouldn't be as hard as understanding fine art. Use the resources here at Quincy University. We're here to help.
Now joining us is Mr. GQ contestant CJ Cunningham. CJ is going to end our show with a sneak peek at the kind of talent you can see at the Mr. GQ contest. CJ, any words of wisdom to other contestants?
Yeah, I'd say bring your confidence, bring your humility. And, yeah.
All right, take it away.
Wow, thank you for that, CJ. If I went for Mr. GQ, I don't know what I would be. He told us to bring confidence, but I don't think I have good enough skill to really compete.
You're carrot eating?
Maybe.
That might be.
You know, if I could do this, I would say that singing the weather forecast could potentially be a talent. I might have to start working on that.
That's a good one.
That could work.
Well, I think CJ did a wonderful job. Thank you for joining us on QUTV News this week. For Jessica and Will, I'm Quincy Feeney.
And I'm Abigail Moore. We will be gone next week for spring break, but we will have a special student government election show on March 18th. We'll be talking with the candidates who want your vote. Have a great day.